All right, we are live. I'm not even going to check the stream anymore. I'm just going to assume because we waste too much time. But how's it going, everybody? Colleen, you haven't been with us since for like 2 weeks. You went on vacation, man. How was it?
It's been a quite long time, and I felt kind of like an ass for it or whatever, just because I've
you're
missed
good,
the
bro.
past, I think, two, or and I just really wanted to make sure that I was here. Sorry, it's on a Tuesday, but like this is literally the only day that I have open, for availability, and so naturally I was like, hey, can we do one on Tuesday? And you're like, sure, let's go for it. And so I'm just happy to be back, to be quite honest. Yeah, I was on vacation.
Hell yeah, man. And Alabama too.
Yeah, Alabama, and not even just Alabama. Like people might think the north part of Alabama. We're talking like the tippy bottom of the tippy toe bottom of Alabama. And dude, it was hot as Hades down there. Like it was so bad. Like it was like 90 some odd degree, like 98, 99 the entire time. And then the humidity was it was like at 100%. And so anytime we were going outside, it was just like sticky and like we have humidity here in Indiana. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, bro, this is different. Like I felt like I was literally a swamp monster there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I feel you there. What's up, Voodoo? What's up, Fatty? Yeah, I can kind of relate. It's we did our radon detection down in the basement the other day, and it's a little higher than it should be. So we've been opening up the windows, keeping it open, and keeping fans on. But because the windows are open and it's in the middle of summer in the South, it is super unbearable. So like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll get my workout in, and then I'll just sit in this heat all day while I'm on the computer. Yo, what up, Scottish?
What's up, Scottish?
What up, homie? Scottish actually had a like a workout challenge in the Discord the other day.
Oh.
So it's do 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups as fast as possible and time yourself and see, where you're at. I tried it. It was hard. I did, I think 100 push-ups in like 4 minutes and like 27 seconds or something. But then the 50 pull-ups, I just couldn't do it. I did like 10 pull-ups and it took me like an additional 4 to 5 minutes and I was just dead. But it was at the end of a workout. So, I'll give myself some credit.
Dude,
it's rough.
I couldn't do it. The pull-ups would be a killer. You know what I mean?
They are. And it's not reverse grip pull-ups. It's forward grip. I think reverse grip,
up.
I could do those. Those. But these, it is a tough challenge. You're right. But I'm going to keep at it. I'll probably do it every other week or something just because it's a little demoralizing, right? Like I work out every day. I'm seeing like I can lift more. Like I can do this. But then I start doing some pull-ups. I'm like, damn, I suck.
Is it? Yeah. But I figure one day you'll get it for sure. A beer challenge, yeah.
Hey, I'd be down for a beer challenge. A few boots, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So on this vacation, like not to get too much into it or whatever, we went down there for my daughter's softball or whatever, which her team played really well. They didn't like win or anything, like it was nationals or whatever. But she played really well. She's joining like a new team or whatever. And then edibles challenge, that sounds legit. But yeah, we went down there. We got there on Sunday. We left on Saturday, spent the night in like Tennessee, and then drove down the rest of like 5 hours to get there. And the first day we were out on a jet ski and like jet skiing with like dolphins and stuff like that, which was really dope. Like it was cool. Like it was good to be out on the water. It was nice and cool. It didn't allow me and my body to get like, hey, it's warm and humid and terrible. The rest of the time, I was just straight sweating, watching games like on the softball field and stuff.
Do you have one of those like rags, one of those like wet rags sitting on your
cooling
neck or
rags?
something?
Yeah, we had the cooling rags. But it was like I said, like I carried like a nice little like white towel over my shoulder to kind of like dab. But dude, it was so hot. I cannot stress that enough. And dude, yeah, but this is like my second time being on a jet ski. And so the first time I was like young. I was like 13, 14, back when it was like you could ride a jet ski however old you were. Now you have to be at least 16 and stuff, and it's valid driver's license sort of deal. And so, dude, that was like the dopest part of the trip. Like we were just riding alongside dolphins and stuff like that. And man, that was pretty cool. But other than that, it was just kind of like we went to the beach, did like normal stuff. It was a vacation, but it wasn't like optimal vacation, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was like you're there to play a sport, right? You're there for your daughter or whatever, but like
Yeah.
you're also going to use that time to have vacation.
Right.
Because like I used to do the same thing. I used to go to Myrtle Beach to play baseball, and while we're there, obviously we're going to go to the beach and go to like some of the amusement parks and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I 100% understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was on a jet ski, I was probably like 15. Yeah, I don't think I've been on a jet ski since.
Really?
Yeah, jet skis are pretty fun, but I don't know. I'm not a super water guy. I can't surf. You know, I think the best I can do is boogie board. You know what I
Boogie
mean?
board's all right.
Just lay my chest on the board and just ride the wave.
Just go for it.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I got some
Yeah.
homies that
The
skimboard, but
waves weren't too choppy or anything like that. Like it was pretty good. My son did get stung by jellyfish. So I mean,
how bad?
oh, not too bad. Like he
Okay.
wasn't crying or anything. So he was good. And then the lifeguard, who was like this typical lifeguard, like, whoa, bro. You know what I mean? Like, totally, dude. And so he was like, you're handling this a lot better than most adults, man. And I was just like, oh my God. No, so
I was gonna ask
asked
the same thing. That's so funny.
I asked the lifeguard, I was like, are we supposed to pee? Like, or whatever.
No,
And he was like, no. Like,
no.
you can pour warm water on it and that helps, but your pee does absolutely nothing. Like the ammonia
Yeah.
doesn't like help it. He said if you were to use like white vinegar, then that would help because the
Okay.
acidity like brings it out, right? And so he was like, you could use that, but if you don't have any of that handy, warm water helps out. And so that's why people are like pee and he'll be just fine.
Wait, you didn't know that wasn't real?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
not
one of
real.
those like, age-old rumors. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. It's just you don't have to do that.
But it is warm. Like it's
Yeah,
warm, so
it'll
that'll
work.
help.
But like you don't have to do that. It's not
No.
like everybody get out, like
Pee.
like
Pee on the
form a
kid.
circle, he's gonna pee on him. Like no, it's not, there's no R.
Piss
Kelly
circle.
moments to save lives. Like but what we have planned for today, before we get too off topic, which I'm fine with, I always have to reiterate, and I think I forget sometimes because a lot of the people in here are here for so long and have been here for so long. There are Atlanick scammers people who pretend to be me and they try to scam you guys. I'm never going to DM you ever. All right. And I'm never going to do anything like this is like copy trading some dude tried doing. I'm never going to do anything like that. So just please don't believe any DMs. I'm never going to DM you. I'm also never going to ask for money. Even if I did somehow DM you, that's just never going to happen. If I'm going to do anything ever like with the community, stuff like that, I would make an announcement publicly. I would never just go around randomly DMing people. It makes no sense. I'm not going to do that for thousands of people. That would take forever. It's just pointless. So had to bring that up. Somebody almost got scanned in my Discord. We're also going to be going over the Fed decision because that happens tomorrow. Crashr raffles and mint, BraveDogs, Laundromat, Space Otters, and House of Titans. So we obviously are going to go over some more things other than that, but that's kind of on the list. But yeah, I guess we could start off with let's go back to the list with the Fed decision. I know usually we kind of get into stocks a little bit later, but we'll start it off with stocks because I think this is pretty important. Let me go to the preset here, share the screen. Go share the S&P 500. I don't like this chart. Check out the other one. But the Fed raising rates, a lot of people this is not the one I wanted either. This one. A lot of people are speculating that this will be either the last one or there'll be another one or there's going to be a delay in between them, all that sort of stuff. If you look at the prediction tomorrow, it's almost 100% guaranteed that we're going to raise one more time. But the real question is on Wednesday when they talk about, and when I mean Jerome Powell, when he talks about the future, are we going to be raising again? Are we going to be pausing? Or are we going to finally be cutting? So it's going to be a pretty big deal come Wednesday, depending on what he says. The action is not going to be that big of a deal. I think we all know he's going to be raising, but the threat to the economy isn't really the rates now. It's more so how long these rates stay here. So we'll really have to see. You can kind of skip all the way down here too and see what the market is pricing in. So they think that next time they won't raise again. This is the half quarter after. They think there's an 80% chance that we'll pause and we won't raise. And then you can keep going down the list and keep checking if you want. But, you know, it's kind of pointless to keep going that far out. But it's going to be a pretty big deal. Stocks have rallied really strongly. This is an overall chart, and it's kind of hit my mark, like right on the dot, actually. So I could see us coming back down to like 425 if we do stay in that range. But I really don't think we're going to enter into another bear trend for a while. That's just my own opinion. I actually watched a bunch of videos the other day because I was just super nervous about the market and Feds because I just don't want there to be another bear market. You know what I mean? Like, we just had 2 years of a bear market in crypto. Like, my mind is not resilient like the market is. You know what I mean? Another 2 years of crypto not doing anything would drive me insane. Like, I cannot handle that. So I really hope this is kind of the end of it. 2-year bear market. I think that's good enough, man. Let's just go back into a bull. You know what I mean? Hopefully we fall back down to like 430, 425 and just, you know, stay in this little trend.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
what do you
we'll
think?
have to have sideways action, right? Like the lull period. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a lot of sideways action, right? And maybe that'll sustain us for like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're still on a bear.
Kind of,
I think
right?
yeah.
Kind of.
Next year's halving. Again, we always say next year's halving, right? Is what we're really looking at, and then maybe a couple months after that.
They
But
said it's actually July of next year that they predict. It's either June or July. They predict that the halving is going to be. So yeah, roughly a year on the dot.
yeah, and so we just have to make it. Believe it or not, it's going to be shorter than you think. Like we'll be
Yeah,
there pretty quick. I don't know about how you feel, but years are literally just feeling like months at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's true.
it's you know, we're all so busy and like doing things and other things like that it's like a year from now is bearable when I've dealt with this since like August of 2020,
Yeah,
essentially.
or 2021 rather.
2021, sorry.
Right, because there was that stupid rally for no reason. I mean, obviously it made sense. They printed a shit ton of money, but it
Yeah.
just didn't need to happen like that. I don't know. I'm pretty bullish on a lot of stocks. Tesla, always bullish. They have something like 1.9 million pre-orders for the Cybertruck,
Yeah.
but during their earnings call, which happened last week, I want to say, yeah, it was last week because it went down. They had one of their best quarters ever. No, it was their best quarter ever. And
Yeah.
the reason why it went down is because their margin went down because they lowered pricing. But when
Yeah.
they lower pricing, that's going to, you know, stomp out competition. So down the line, that's actually a good thing. And short term, even with the margin going down, they sold more cars. So overall, they profited more than they ever have. So I
Seeing
don't
a lot
know.
more Teslas, dude, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know. And it's kind of like, well, worrying me infrastructure wise, right? So if we can all afford a Tesla or whatever, um, you know, charging the batteries is going to be a process, right? And so we have these brand new stations by my house, like literally across the street, where there's like 12, you know, and they're full almost every day, all day. And so I can only imagine, like, even in a space like this where there's like 170,000 people, and let's say it's at 2 or 3% has Teslas, you know, what's that going to do if that raises 5%?
Well, that's not even the thing, too, is like they've been doing deal after deal with, and I don't remember all of them, but I want to say like Mercedes, Ford, maybe GM, but like they're doing all these deals to do the adapting chargers. So people
Right.
are going to be able to use the Tesla chargers even if they're not a Tesla.
Right.
So they're really going to have kind of a monopoly for the charging stations.
And it's going to be nuts because it's like, well, if it raises to like let's say 5% and like let's say our market is 3, that's almost a double. So if
Yep.
that's full every single day, almost every hour, like, well, we're going to have at least 24 by the end of the year or whatever, right? And then, but there's only like 2 charging stations in town. That's it.
Well, something I was thinking about too, because I don't think oil businesses are stupid and they're not going to want to miss out on some of the EV hype, right? If EV is going to be taken away from oil, oil is going to find a way to fit in. So businesses like Exxon and such, rather than just continuing to only pump oil, I'm pretty sure they're going to start having EV stations at the gas stations. It would only make sense,
Yeah. I mean,
right?
one would think. I don't know what the ground, what's happening on underneath, you know, the ground for these stations or like whatever, can't even begin to understand what's there. But
Like how to
and
set
if
them
it,
up, you're saying?
well, yeah. So how would they set it up? And then you know, underground already at these gas station is gas, like, you know, your gasoline and stuff held in
Right.
tanks. And so I'm
Well,
really wondering.
I believe they're batteries. So that's why some charging stations, if you go to them, they'll say out of order. It's because the batteries need to be recharged or changed out, right?
Okay,
So that's what I believe. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure
how big are those
because
things?
they're probably big enough to charge, I don't know, at least 10 to 20 cars, right? If I had
Massive,
to guess,
massive, right?
it's probably pretty massive because we have some at the valet that I work at, and they like we had one of them broken up at this where they used to be stationed. So they moved where they're stationed down to like the other end of the restaurant, and they did it in like a week. So there's no way they're like digging underground and connecting to an electric source. I think they're just batteries. I mean, maybe some are, but I don't think that's the majority.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty big on Tesla. Whenever they have full self driving, even if it's not completed, full self driving or lane assist, whatever it's called, if they can sell that to other makers like Ford and GM and stuff like that, then they can make money purely off of software, which is going to bring up margins incredibly as well. Because if it's software, you're basically like 90% margins,
yeah,
and people
yeah,
are complaining about margins. So if that's your complaint, like it's only a matter of time before they start doing that.
yeah. Also, the big news with like Elon changing Twitter
Oh, yeah, let's go look at Twitter. It's
to
now an X.
X, which
You,
X is cool. Like, so he first started like doing like digital banking and stuff. He wanted to do online, like just straight digital banking. And the market wasn't ready for it. It was during .com and stuff like that. And there's this like young Elon, and what he called it was X.com. So I think if you type in X.com,
maybe I should do that off stream real quick just to make sure it is what it
yeah,
is.
but it should be X.com and it should bring up Twitter.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah. All right, I'll do it again for everybody. I just want to make sure. Boom.
There you go. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird. Tag me with your PFP and I will pornify it.
Well,
Greed, if
I
you're
thought it
listening,
wouldn't bring up porn, but I guess it does.
Greed's drawn dicks on NFTs. Which, by the way, Greed, he doesn't even follow me.
Oh, wow. Damn,
Yeah,
Greed.
truly hurt. And I've like
Damn.
engaged with him and been like, "Hey, you should follow," and still will not follow. He's being so
Oh,
mean.
X-rated history popped up. Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm shameless about it. You just view it.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll talk about because I know we're on stocks right now. People, I thought this was NFTs. I get it. I get it. Crasher, raffles, and mints. Crasher is something I think is going to be pretty big as well. So this is what they've built so far. These are the bombers. If any of y'all have seen bombers, they have this website. It looks like they're going to be creating explorers, staking, leaderboards, community, some other things. So let's go over to the main site. Maybe it's down. Oh, okay, here it is. And then you can go over to raffles and you can check out their raffles. So they have their own raffles, basically similar to mutants. But what I do like about their raffles more than mutants is you can kind of set it here. You can see minimum tickets, 500, maximum tickets, 750. So if they don't reach the minimum tickets, then the raffle just doesn't happen and people are refunded, which I think is really cool because I was worried about doing some raffles before because I thought like, oh, well, there's not enough raffle tickets, then I'll just lose my money, and it would have been better off for me to have sold this NFT.
Right.
So it's kind of nice that you can do a minimum. You can also put multiple NFTs into a raffle. So you could do like 5 tappies if you wanted in one raffle.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not perfect right now. And the thing that I've also noticed is, well, this one's actually doing okay. There was one I clicked on. I think it was this one. Yeah. Total ticket entry 0, right? And they're looking for 50. So I know they have 2 days left, and a lot of people probably do watch these and wait till the last second to throw in like 1 or 2, right? But
So that's 250 ADA.
yeah, minimum 50 at 5 ADA, right? That'd be 250 minimum. And the floor price you can see is 164. So this person would be profiting by buying and then raffling, right? So yeah,
Right.
I mean, you can view that however you want to view it. That it is what it is. But you can view it as, oh, I put in 5 ADA, and then if I win, I got this NFT for 5 ADA. Or you could view it as like, well, that's a 1 out of 50 shot, and basically I'm just making this person profit an extra 100 ADA.
Right.
So it's whatever you want to view it as.
It also depends on the rarity of the actual dead rabbit, right?
Right, of course. Big fan as well of Crashr. Mutant needs the competition. It is nice that they now have some competition. Raffles is a broken system. I made money from it. Hey, man.
I
I
gotta
feel
do what
you.
you gotta do, Foddy. We ain't here. We
Yep.
ain't here to fud your bags here.
If you can make money off of raffles, I mean, go for it. If you can make money in any way, go for it, But it is what it is. I'm just
Scottish, is
saying.
that what is that, an angel baby, or is that did you
His
redo,
PFP.
or did you update your angel baby, or
It
mine
does
doesn't
kind of look
look
like an
like
angel
that.
baby, right?
I don't think.
Is that like a Bitcoin angel baby? Like an ordinal? Did they do ordinals? I thought they
Is
did.
that ordinal? No. It's a G-Vol. Okay. Okay, I was about
Mm,
to say. So these things are actually pretty cool. I like them a lot. It's from, what is it? 8 Kid or something like that, or Kid 8,
G-Vol?
something like that. Yeah, Kid 8.
This
Yeah.
one?
So this is the one that I'm actually like looking at, and he got brand new. He just, I think, dropped like a little bit ago a couple of new ones. Yeah. So these things are like pretty cool. They're not like, they're like niche. I thought they would be like bigger than where they're at, but I just like kind of art of it, I guess you would say.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I was thinking about that too, though. Like, I don't ever buy anything for art. Like, if you are into NFTs and you're buying something, are you buying it for any other reason other than to flip it?
Yeah.
Like, no, like a genuine question. Like, are you? Like, maybe if you made like, a big bag off of flipping an NFT, at that point, maybe you're like, oh, let me give back and just buy some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But before that happens, is anybody just buying an NFT to be like, oh, yeah, I just want to like support, you know?
I think people are in it to make the bag. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
There
I
are
think
some people.
everybody's here to try to, make more money to spend more time with their family. I think that's
Right.
what
That
it
is
is.
true. They're following your advice.
But
But yeah, I don't know.
whoops, that was House of Titans. We will talk about them though.
We'll talk about House of Titans. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
G-Ball is pretty cool. I like
they're
them.
gonna have their own marketplace too, Crasher. So we'll see. I think they only have 1,500 NFTs that they're minting too, which I think is really gonna help. A lot of projects lately have been doing this low mint at the start and then maybe slowly increasing or just keeping it at a low mint. So I do think that that'll also help. And let me see the price. I want to say the price was it 99 or is that for BraveDogs?
Ooh, I
I'm
don't
getting
know.
all these mints mixed up in my head. Let me go to,
I thought
let me
Brave
just,
Dogs was higher.
okay. Yeah, this is 99 ADA for the
Okay.
Bombers. And this is going to be on August 1st, 1,500. And then there's going to be 10 one of one. So it's not too bad of odds trying to get a one of
Well,
one if you're
Scottish King
minting.
is already in the scholarship. Look at that. He already said it earlier in the
Hell
stream.
yeah. Me too,
Yeah.
baby. Me too. I'll be minting my 3.
Sneak peeks. What are the? Let's see.
You want to look at it?
Yeah.
So they're bombers, smoking some weed, all greened out bomber.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like, what was that project? Oh, It's like the ghost things or something.
Invisible friends?
Invisible friends, kind of like that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's just what I got from that one. It's just because the like neck isn't attached. This one's pretty cool. Like
Matrix.
I like the Matrix looks.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
So yeah, this is what they look like. They look good enough to flip. Is how I feel. You know,
As much as BraveDogs, do you think?
Do I think they're going to do as well as BraveDogs?
Or
I would not say that. You know, absolutely nothing against Crashr. Spoke with their team; they're great people. But BraveDogs have been here; they've proven themselves. And if we go and we check out JPEG Store, and you look at any asset that BraveDogs has like released in the past, it's ridiculous. 2,700 for an experience pass. Yes, there's only 327, but still.
what do you get with that? You
get to mint this mint, and for a cheaper price. You also get some other things. I'll have to go into the Discord, and then same for the dog tags. You also get to mint this mint, and you get some other things. I can go into the Discord and we can look at that.
Which you did a video on it, which I watched. That was a good video.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just maybe I'll go to the light paper. Probably easier to find. So we go to utility. So exclusive BraveDogs utility, access to all upcoming tools, access pass for the raffles from Brave Lab. So I guess they're gonna have raffles too. I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Even more competition. That's good. Semi-annual revenue. So this was super interesting to me. Is their semi-annual revenues share? So it says based on the number of shares, and they're kind of framing it like a stock, which I find super interesting because NFTs are still in a gray area. So I'm just not sure how that's all going to work. And then you get voting and proposals, stuff like that. Exclusive Brave Mint credits that can be used to mint NFTs using Brave Mint. And then monthly scholarship opportunity, which is probably like, I don't know, maybe they pay for your scholarship that month or something.
Yeah.
Which Animalians was doing something similar to that. And I think they're going to have another marketing push pretty soon, Animalians.
Really?
I think so. I went in their Discord. Let me double check because I was going through a bunch of Discords yesterday and just leaving all the ones that weren't active in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So let's do because I was almost positive Animalians hasn't done anything. And I saw an announcement.
They didn't mint out, and I was like, oh, these look kind of cool or whatever. Like, I'm going to mint some. And then it just never happened.
Maybe.
I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe it was just in like chat or something. I saw something. Here it is. It's coming. Planning a calendar so that we can get started. Any info on the marketing. So yeah, it looks like in chat they've said that they're planning a calendar and they're planning to start some marketing. We'll have to see. I don't like to see when I look at announcements though that the last announcement was like 4 months ago.
On my birthday. Close to my birthday.
Not a security.
Got
what are we talking about here?
For Titans. Scottish, shut up. Nobody wants you boasting about your house list for Titans. When I simp for them every single day.
I've been seeing you simp on Twitter, bro. Any luck with that at all?
None. Bro, me and Apex were so deep in Phoenix Arena too.
Hold up. I want to genuinely ask a question too here. Let me go to Twitter. Because like I have a giveaway, right? I'm giving away whitelist spots. So let me go to. Why is this so weird right now? Why can I not just go to my thing? Okay. God dang it. So yeah, I'm giving away 5 whitelist spots for Gangster Croc City, which is made by some of the people from Cardano Crocs Club, or they're at least supporting them. And I'm only getting like 6 retweets and 7 likes. Like I'm giving away free stuff, and only 200 people have even viewed it. And I used to do stuff like this all the time, and it would get way more reactions. Is it just because I haven't tweeted super consistently? Is it because I'm not Twitter blue?
I feel like that's what it is.
Okay.
The move Discord is good. Like, don't get me wrong, but priority should be spent on Twitter, if that makes any sense.
For like giveaways and such,
or giveaways,
for like just like farming engagement.
that as well,
Yeah.
and if you want to drive into Discord, that's fine. But I feel like Discord for me is like weird because people almost get too close. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I just feel like I always have to update or like constantly be engaged and like hold personal conversations like all the time. Whereas with Twitter, it's like a one quick hitter. Like you can reply, you can be a reply guy if you want to, but at the same time, like you can kind of ship off like one of these and have it spread around a little bit easier. The problem is like you just have to engage on Twitter a lot more. Like that's all it is.
That's fair. It is something that just always like doesn't cross my mind, sadly. Like I'll be like, oh, I need to like talk to people, and then I'll go on a Discord, and I just do that every single day. And then sometimes people hit me up like Gangster Crocs, and they're just like, hey, we want you to do a giveaway on Twitter and in Discord. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about Twitter. Like, I know that's bad, but like I go onto Twitter and I check out Twitter Spaces, and I just like leave them on and listen to people. But like I don't think sometimes to tweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I just wanted to know if that's the case. I'll try to do better about that. But usually it's just during the bull cycle, people are constantly messaging me on Twitter. So I have to be here anyways to like check messages. And they're just like, do a giveaway. And then one person will see that I did a giveaway and ask if they can do a giveaway. And then it's just like a bunch of giveaways.
Right.
So that just hasn't happened in a while because there's not many people still building. And actually the Twitter space I was in the other day said the same thing. They were like, we've been in Twitter spaces and they're all titled like Cardano's next bull run or like this or that. And all everybody's talking about is life. Nobody's really talking about the next big mint or like what they're buying. Like nobody's doing that.
They got you hooked. That's engagement farming, baby.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm moving.
No, you're good. But yeah, so we can get rid of this. That's Crashr. I think Crashr is going to do pretty well. You asked me if I think they're going to do better than BraveDogs. And I don't think necessarily they'll do better than BraveDogs. Potentially, the floor could maybe be higher because they do have a lower supply. BraveDogs is 4,888 and Crashr is only 1,500.
Right.
And Crashr, I think, is slightly, Crashr is cheaper. BraveDogs are 165 if you're a holder and 175 if you're not a holder. So just based off of that, like price action could be better short term, but I think BraveDogs are the safer quote unquote hold if you wanted to hold for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because those BraveDogs, these were like
in the space.
Yeah, BraveDogs did every single mint, I think, or most mints during meme coin season. So, they got a lot of revenue coming in from all these mints, and mints aren't going to stop. Anyways, that's what I think. I think BraveDogs are going to kill it. I got my one mint for BraveDogs, hoping I can mint something good. Get rid of this. Check out House of Titans too. A lot of people have been asking me to check out House of Titans. And I know, Clean, you've been trying to get in House of Titans. So why don't you kind of kick this part off? Like, why
first of all,
you so into them?
First of all, let it be known I have to get in. There's no way.
After all the effort, you're saying?
Yeah. And so I like them. The art's pretty cool. Like if you just look at it, it's definitely PFP-able, I think it's simple enough to where, I'd like the wings to be bigger, but again, it's not my call. But if you look at some of their other stuff, so they're going to have different houses, so all those in the background represent like a house.
Okay.
I guess you would say. So you have like, I don't know, like Parthenon over there to the far left. And you have like the castle, pyramids, like trippy people going to the other side, other things like that. That looks pretty cool.
What is it all about though?
So that's the thing. So they're being like mysterious or whatever, which is good. Like that's good. You don't know exactly what it is. So I imagine you're going to have different sects of the group. You know what I'm saying? That are broken up. Like there's going to be a house of Parthenon. You're going to have a house like Illuminati house and other things like that. and I don't know exactly if it's going to be broken down like an Ape Society thing, or if these are going to be DAOs, or like whatever it is. It's just going to be different. I'm probably going to own one from each house as much as I can. Yeah, if you want to, they showed the emblems today or whatever, and so the different PFPs that you have, like I don't know exactly what house that guy's going to be in.
These look sick.
I don't know if he's going to be a knight or whatever, but yeah,
his name's sick. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So why do people like this so much if it's so mysterious, though? Is it just speculation? Is it because of the art? Is the founder dope? Like, what is it? What
the founder's dope.
In?
It's Apex, which he was huge in the game Phoenix Arena, right? Okay. And so he was really big in Phoenix Arena, and he's surrounded himself with another artist. I totally forget, and they've already addressed it because his art style was similar to another, and they're like, yeah, it's that artist from that particular project. And they were like, oh shit, that was pretty good. And so yeah, so he's just surrounded himself with like some solid people inside the area, and I just think the PFP is like really good, so you can definitely do it. It's definitely like kind of like a flex, I guess you would say, because I don't know what our PFP is right now. There's Clay's, I would say, but then after that,
I mean, so I was looking at this today, and this just is so disheartening. Clay pitches are at 110. Like, does that not, like, I don't know, that makes me so sad to see. I cannot believe they're all the way down to 110. So, like, I don't know, man. I really like Clay, and I kind of figured like the brand of Clay is going to continue to do well, and we were all kind of worried about the metaverse aspect of it, but I didn't think they would just kind of continue to fall like that. That was always the worry, but now that we kind of see it, it's like, is it going to continue?
I mean, it's possible until something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there's games you can actually play. Like, I bought some Makasi or whatever, so I did that for a little while, and that was cool. Like, but yeah, it was 80. Holy crap!
Damn.
Ripperonis on that.
I'm glad I didn't see that. I might have just jumped off a bridge.
You'd be like, I'm jumping off a cliff, guys.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, so that's so crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I guess it was.
You see they have movement and stuff. But there was one for 5.
This one's in. Yeah, there was it looks like just a few days ago it was like 99. Average sale price here was 80.
They had 5 sales. They had a 5 ADA price.
Oh man, I don't know. People are always scamming or doing something shady.
Be like, it's wash trade, and it's like, no.
I don't know what it was. Maybe somebody forgot to. I honestly, I don't even know. Sometimes that happens too. Like in my Discord, we have a bot that says when oceans were sold, right? So you can go look at my NFT, and it'll say sometimes randomly like ocean sold for 8 ADA, ocean sold for 8 ADA, and it's like 8 of them a day sometimes, and none of them. And you can go like through the activity, and sometimes there hasn't even been anything sold in weeks. So it's just like, it makes no sense.
Equine was selling at 120.
What, today? 177. Jesus. Yeah. Didn't what's his name, Faha Dukin, sell all of his Cardano assets?
He sold, well, no, just in a wallet. He sold like a wallet.
Yeah.
And I bought one like an idiot because I thought, I might get a space bud. I might get a Clay. I did not. I got like a gorilla.
Damn. So what, he like did like a random auction of wallets that he owned or something? Yeah.
It was like one of his main wallets or whatever. And he has so many NFTs or whatever. And how it worked is, a time capsule or whatever, I guess is what he's calling it. So essentially, I guarantee he just took the average price of all of his NFTs, right? And what it would cost to like come ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit. And
Right.
so, and then he randomized it. He had enough to where he could randomize it. And so you're paying 180 for something that might have a floor of like 20. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up making 168 on that one or whatever, as opposed to selling it for 20 and then trying to sell a Space Bud and then like doing everything individually. So yeah, I was just like, look up Cardano. I think it's Cardano Apes.
Is it an NFT?
Yeah.
Cardano Apes. That's what he called it.
No. That's that might no. Dang, I'd have to look on my my pool. But
It's
yeah,
all
I
good.
paid 180 for it, and it was just like, yeah, it's easiest way to liquidate really quick, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. It was always nice to know, though, that, you know, somebody with a decent amount of money was just always a holder, quote unquote, kind of like holding up Cardano, not necessarily single handedly, but a decent bit. And then just having him kind of like give it all away in that way. I don't know.
Well, and people were pissed off about it. It was like, what do you mean? Like, he had so many. He
Yeah.
had to get rid of them. And people were upset because people were getting like blue clays and like Space Buds or like whatever. But then they'd be set with like a crypto dino.
Yeah.
Or like whatever, you know what I'm saying, for 180. And then they were just like, that's the thing. Like,
That's
it's
what
like
it
the
is, though.
it's like the lottery, bro. Any
Yeah.
one of these things, and what you have to understand is any one of these things is just like the lottery, man. You're gonna have some duds. It's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah.
Someone raffled the berry. Oh,
I mean, he had the berry in there, right? In one of
right,
them.
right.
So,
And if
yeah.
you got that, holy crap, dude.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can gamble for one of the best NFTs in the scene, but I mean, what were the odds? How many total did he make?
Oh, I have no idea. Like over 1,000 for sure.
Doesn't seem like great odds, but I mean, that's raffles are never great odds. That's why
Yeah,
they're
but
there.
even if you push a clay, like let's say,
Yeah, I mean, there's also another one that I wanted to bring up too. This was talked about Freedom 35ers, and almost every time I see something that they mention, I'm always like, why do they like this? But then it goes crazy.
yeah,
So like, I just need to just trust them. You know what I'm saying? I just need to be like, you know what? I'm just shutting off my brain and just following you guys because they're 100% accurate with their stuff. I swear. But they saw the laundromat and they were talking about this, and I joined the Discord and I looked into it, and I was like, oh, it's just AI art. And then I was like, all right, well, why would I buy this? And I couldn't find a single reason. There was no utility. There's nobody talking about anything. And they had a really unique way of distributing these, though. They had them already minted, and then they put them, I want to say, on JPEG Store, and then you could bid on them. But it was like 33 ADA or 66 ADA for like the next tier up. And then they would go through the offers and give it to people who had been there for a longer time, or give them to people who had supported them. So they would kind of like handpick people to give these NFTs to. And they look pretty cool, I guess, but they're like old washing machines, and it's AI art. And I checked the Discord today, and I was looking around for like 15 minutes, and I was like, why do people want these? And I still cannot for the life of me figure it out. I have no idea.
yeah. I don't know. There was like a Tide coin that came out,
Tide.
TYDE. So people were using like their laundry mat or whatever. They were like, put Tide in your laundry or your washer or dryer or whatever. And I was just like, okay.
That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, it's going up. Is it from
And
Laundromat?
I guess, yeah. I don't
Man,
know.
I
It was
swear,
not
all the
affiliated.
things that just like don't make sense always do the best.
People went crazy on Tide. I don't. They were getting Tide Pods.
That was
That's what
not
you should come up with.
affiliated. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was affiliated.
I
I
know,
don't
but
know.
people were making the like assumption on Twitter.
Yeah. Have you guys been in DeFi as well? Been popping off? It has been popping off, but
We
you
got we
have
got
to.
burnt. We got burnt the last time,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Not everything is popping off though, and not everything lasts. Like Sneck isn't popping off anymore. OPT was something that was doing well the other day, and as you
Yeah.
can see now, it's like kind of averaging out, but it just depends. It's not like up, up, up. We're not getting those. We're getting like times to enter, times to leave, time to enter, time to leave. We're not getting consistent trends up.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not for I don't know how long it's going to be. We did for like 2 to 3 weeks. We did though. We had Lenfi, or I think they were previously AADA. They were going crazy, and they're kind of coming down a little bit now. I'd have to see where they're at, but see again, like there's times to get in and times to get out. It's just not consistent.
It's crazy.
There's definitely money to be made, but I would just say if you're doing this, pick an entry and then get out. Pick an entry and then get out, and just keep riding the waves because it's just not safe right now. If you bought way back here, I mean, you could argue, yeah, you should have bought and held, you know what I'm saying? But you can always have those arguments. I'm talking about now, after it's got almost 5 million ADA pooled. Do you really think another 10 million ADA is going to come in, or another 5 million ADA is going to come in and double it? Maybe.
Good
Probably
luck.
not, though. Yeah, probably not.
How's Bank doing?
Oh, man, not good.
No,
Not good. Neither is Risk. Risk Coin just came out too, and it just didn't have that hype, which we spoke about that while you were in Alabama.
Bank.
Yeah, I know. Let me just go get a better time frame here so we can see everything. We'll do it 4 hours. So yeah, Bank is nearly below where you could buy pre-sale. That's crazy. But Risk Coin, they decided to go with ViFi instead of listing on MinSwap, which, yeah, look at that, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really good move, and I still think it was a good move. I don't think that's what hurt them. Let me just scroll in a little bit. So what they did right was by starting to list it on ViFi first, because for whatever reason, there weren't bots on ViFi. Maybe there can't be bots. Maybe there just simply weren't. Maybe people thought they were listing on MinSwap, so they set it up there. I don't know. But they listed on ViFi. Volume was kind of there, but it never doubled. It went from 0.15 to 0.23. So it never doubled. It didn't have enough to do that. And then it kind of again, had moments to sell, had moments to get in, had moments to sell, had moments to get in. And now it's just dying. But what they were also doing is, I believe that they said that the first 100 or the top 100 holders would get their NFT. And then they switched it to the top 50. And then they switched it to the top 10. And so people are just like, well, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. These coins that come out, I believe in Ultimate. I believe in Johnny Tran. I believe in the team. But just some of the ways that these things are gone about, the community is just not enjoying it.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. I got in, I had the pre-sale. I think I sold while this candle was dropping, I think right here-ish. And then, there was a better time to sell, obviously, but I've bought into stuff, thought it would go crazy, and then watched it lose me money all the way until I'm negative. And I was just like, I just can't let that happen again. I was like, I really want to hold. I want to get my OG status and, really support Ultimate, but I can't do that at the cost of myself losing money.
Right. And so I tried the Makosi thing, but I tried to do it myself. Right. Not with a scholarship or whatever that AJ Goldman had. And I could see how it would work with the scholarship thing. But unless you're sitting at home by yourself all day, it's not going to work. And so you have to have that. And so I just started literally with just one plot. I started with one plot of land, everything straight, mid, multipliers up high. We're talking nines on multipliers. So I spent a good 4,000 or 5,000 ADA at least, and played. And you can earn a lot of Makos Mikosi doing it that way, right? But dude, the only way that it pays off, if we're being completely honest, is through the scholarship thing. And so,
What is their token called?
isn't it just M and then cost?
MCOS? Right here?
Yeah.
Because I was interested when, what was his name? AJ made his first tweet about it. It was probably back here somewhere even. I was thinking that the token would eventually crash because if you have people playing the game just to dump the token, then the token is going to continue to dump. I mean, it's still below pre-sale.
Well, and so they're having like this PFP, like a PvP, like battler that's going to use token and stuff like that. So if people get into that, then it would be a reason to buy the coin, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Instead of just selling it off. But yeah, it stayed pretty. I mean, it's downtrending slightly, but it's mostly stayed stable, I would say.
Well, mostly stayed stable as far as from like April
from
to
there.
now.
Yeah, April to now.
Yeah, but overall, it's downtrend.
Yeah. So I tried that. You definitely do have to have a scholarship. You can't do it yourself unless you have like no job, and like that was your full-time job. You'd have to spend 8 hours in there.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I'm like doing my heavy metal forge for Yuga.
And those dropped after their game came out too.
Oh, 100%. Because people knew that it was like, dude, it's such a time sink. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my plots that I'm building and upgrading takes like 11 hours to upgrade.
You know what? I've been thinking about this. I know the loop. Like there's the typical game loop, right? You go out, you get your items, you come back, you build with the items, you wait, sleep, eat, whatever, go out, get your items, come back, build. That's what you do. That is the typical game loop for like most things. But it forces people to have to spend all these hours into a game. And unless you love the game or it's really fun or visually appealing, nobody's going to want to do that over and over again, even if it's for a little bit of money. It either has to be for so much money that it's like you just should do it, or it has to be absolutely amazing, like a Fallout builder or something like that. But I think, what if you could make a game like a regular game, like an MMORPG, like RuneScape or something, where when you play, you can fight monsters and there's just a random variable that can drop a good item. So like you could play for 10 minutes and become rich as hell, or it might take you like 30 days. You know, that makes people want to play more because at any moment you could become quote unquote rich.
Right. And that would work, I think. So let me explain how Forge works, right? And so you're building like this little hub for your heavy metal and like you know, or whatever. I can show you mine.
What is it? Yeah, go ahead. And you want me to let you share your screen?
Yeah, that's fine. I might have poop every. Oh, he's going into a portal. Nice. Okay. So hold on. Let me present. Share screen. Okay.
Yo, what's up, chef? How you doing, homie?
So we'll do this one. So we'll share. And you can tell me what you see. Everything good?
Yep.
All right. So
it's making you lag a little bit, but it's all good.
So there's my daily rank out of 25,000 for votes. Okay.
Not bad.
And so because I got that, I got this power up or whatever. So we'll check the leaderboard real quick. So I have 87 points. This guy is cool as shit. Him and I tweet back and forth at each other. This is like his actual heavy metal is number 1, right? And so this guy bought the most rare heavy metal out of all of them. It's like a legendary, right? And so him and I trade votes back and forth like daily. And he's cool as shit. And so
is it like you like my tweet, I like your tweet? Is it kind of something like that?
Yep.
Okay.
And so right now he has 225 votes, and the most rare heavy metal out of everybody. But he's obviously paying for these votes, right? There are services that will vote for you. And it's something like $5 to $7 per vote per day.
Wow. So what do you get by being top?
So that's where this comes in, right? So season 1 progress. So in season 1, I was ranked 1,440th.
Not bad.
Out of 25,000 of these things. So it's
That's
pretty rare. And so what I got was a rare beam. So do you remember in the trailer that we saw, like where he's like using a power up beam and other things like that? So yeah, I'm gonna get one of those. Obviously, season 2 progress. Right now, I'm again in contention for a rare item.
So you get this rare item. Do you attach it to your thing to make yours more rare, or do you sell it?
Yep.
Or can you sell it?
You can sell it.
Okay.
You can sell it. But obviously I'm going to attach mine, And so my goal is just to get rares. And so each season is like 16 days long. So the last season just ended like a couple days ago or whatever. And so now we're doing this. And so now, right now, how this is working is that, sorry, that's my little heavy metal over there. I just have to repair this portal that he just came from.
So you have to like mash?
Yeah, I have to click like a bunch.
Okay.
But the coolest thing is like, so I'm on laptop, right? But I also have a mouse, so I can click on like the mouse pad on the computer, and then also click at the same time on my actual mouse.
So you're getting like those double clicks.
He's pooping right now.
Oh, nice.
No,
you got to clean that up.
Yes. So I spent so much time.
You get points to clean up poop?
Yeah, and also when he wants to get petted or whatever. So he wants to get pet. So in order for me to get extra points, I have to pet him, essentially. Now, ideally, like as long as you leave your computer on, he'll keep getting like points. And
but
keep
at a
getting
deteriorating rate, right? Because you'll no longer be petting him or cleaning up the poop or whatever.
Right. So it's 25% less.
Okay.
But see, I got my little turntable right there. I got my arcade, which is playing like Dookie Dash.
Now, is it set like roughly every 25 minutes is when he needs to be pet or something? So you could set like a timer?
No, it's at random, and it's when he starts to get like frustrated. So, yeah. So essentially, see, he wants to get pet again, dude.
Damn, that was like 2 seconds.
Yep.
He's needy.
He's needy, but it gets me points, so I can't say anything. So I've had my laptop on for like days on end, straight.
You need to get a computer for this.
Yeah.
A regular desktop.
Yeah.
You're burning out that laptop. I promise you that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But here's the craziest thing, Nick. Like this thing. Okay, first of all, I haven't fleshed this out. This is built. See, he's got poop up there too. This is not like a aesthetic build. This is simply just for getting the max amount of energy I can possibly get.
That's how I would play too. I mean, it's for money, right?
Right. It's for money. And so the coolest thing, I'll stop sharing or whatever. But yeah, so this is it. And then, you have different like power ups. There's all different sorts of stuff. But I've spent like probably $300 or $400 on this game.
Has it made you anything back?
Not necessarily yet. I've had people pay me for votes.
Okay.
But again, like I'm saying, that's like $5 to $7 per vote.
Still not bad.
That's not bad. I'll take it.
How many votes can you do? Can you vote for everyone every day if you wanted?
Well, no. So it's just based solely on like, um, on like somebody. So like we can visit his, right? So for me to vote for him would be 500 energy.
Ah,
So you spend energy to vote. Let's go visit. My dude wants to get pet again. So like this guy has so much money. Like look at this shit.
where does it show how much he's got?
Uh it's like it doesn't show how much money he
Oh,
has.
you can just tell because of what he owns.
Yeah, like look at his shit that he owns. Like
Yeah, he's got like a little lounge with speakers, a turntable.
yeah, dude. His forge is badass because
So
this is
can
what he.
people come to your forge and like hang out and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. Or are all of these his? Does he own all of these?
No. Well, yeah, he owns multiple heavy metals, but most of these people are people that voted for him or people that are like watching his area. Like, look at this lounge, dude.
It looks sick. His looks
And
pretty cool.
so, but people do vote for vote. So, like, we'll get in Discord, like Bored Ape Discord, and we'll be like, hey, vote for vote or whatever. And then you tell each other your numbers or whatever, and then you vote and share screenshots of the vote.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dude, it's a grind. Like every day, it's a grind. But the thing is like what I'm hoping for is once we go to battle and stuff like that, I'll have like nothing but rare attributes on my guy,
And
which
then
is going to
people want to
be
pay you even more to be a part of their battle or something.
right. Exactly.
Gotcha. So there will be like team battles and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And then on top of that, these are going to be ready for like metaverse essentially. So like the other side, which is another thing that they're building.
Gotcha. I was actually trying to look into because, like I said, I left a bunch of Discords the other day, just trying to like clean up my stuff.
Yeah.
And I found, where is it? Planet Pals again. And I always come across Planet Pals because I want to see if they're still building. I always go to announcements and see when it is. And they had an announcement yesterday. So they're talking about their staking about to go live, and they delayed it slightly, but they're working on like revamping their website again and like all this stuff. And I just, I keep speculating on Planet Pals, hoping it works out. Like, do you have any thoughts about Planet Pals?
Dude, old thing. I bought it, and this is back when, God, I can't even remember him from CNFT.
Yeah.
I know.
You don't remember what he looks like at the conversation, none of that?
No. But so he did this and then he was working for CNFT.io back when that was a thing.
Right.
And it was such a shitty relationship because everybody would go after him and be like, why is it taking 3 weeks for my project to get verified on CNFT or whatever? And
I
it's like
remember
you had to put
that.
in so many GitHub requests and stuff like that.
But some people would get like processed really quick, and then
Yes.
some people would wait forever. So it definitely felt like a bit of bias,
Right.
And I don't know if it was just like people are just like, hey, I'll pay a little bit more if you can speed me up, or like maybe it's because I know you're legit, so I'll just go ahead and do it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, why can I not do this? But I mean, I had to learn like GitHub shit. You know what I'm saying? To try to get
Stake
things
gains
verified.
time. All right, Scottish, have a good one, homie. No bear market meals here.
Yeah, they had a game at the convention.
Yeah, they had a booth. They showed the game. I watched some of it. I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought they were further along. I thought they'd be further along now based off of where they were at CNFT Con, but it seems like they're just revamping maybe, so that takes a while, but I don't know. Like, it looks nice. I can't deny this. The UI looks nice. It looks, simple to understand. I just hope that something comes out that we can start to play, because I have like 10 or 12 of these. And I had them when they pumped too. They pumped all the way to like 120 at one point, maybe even 150. And I was like, maybe I should sell one, So I sold like one, but I had like 12 of them. Like, I could have sold all of them for like a 5 to 7x because I bought them at 20.
Yeah.
I could have made like a decent amount of money and then bought them right now, because I think they're at like 50. Let's go back. I think they're at 50 now. Yeah, 55. Okay, only one at 55. Then it kind of jumps up a little bit, but still.
There you go. Buy it and list it for 65.
And then what? My 5% royalties. I'll make
that 380. Make that 380, dog.
Hey, man.
Money.
The other project. This is more of a sad one, but Space Otters. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
So Space Otters had an announcement. Let's go all the way down. Where, let me get rid of this so y'all can see better. Space Otters, CryptoKitty and Wong had decided that they're no longer going to be able to do Space Otters. So they're looking for somebody else to take over this project. And it's just, it's so frustrating, man. Like, so many of these projects just kind of fail. And it just makes it makes the whole flipping market what it is. Because, Jason says rug. I don't even know if I would say rug. Like, yeah, they're no longer going to be able to do it, but wasn't it already left? And then they took it over to try to make it better, and now it's being left again. So I don't know. With projects that do stuff like this, and I'm not blaming anybody, it makes it to where when people mint, including myself, I just want to mint and flip, because I know if I hold long enough, this shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
So it makes it too hard to actually support projects.
Well, what do they look like?
The otters?
Yeah.
They look all right.
Yeah, they're like 2D, right?
Yeah, I thought they looked pretty cool. Not the best art, not the worst art.
Hey, it's True OG.
Hey, what's up, homie?
It's been a long time, baby.
What up, dude?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it is a sad day for the otters. And I know freaking Ozar, man. Ozar was like, you got to buy these otters. You got to buy these otters. They're so cool. They're doing this. They're doing that. And they partnered with for Block to do like one of their missions. Because if you didn't know, the whole like thing behind otters was to partner with random projects and then do like a monthly mission. And then if you did the mission, you would get otter tokens, or you would get an NFT or something from the other project too. Okay. So there was like, always something to kind of do. And they were kind of hard to figure out too. There was like deciphering and clues and hints and partnering with people you weren't supposed to partner with people, but it brought us together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool what they were doing. So it just kind of stinks.
Dude, what do you think? We didn't cover this together, but JPEG Store with their coin.
Yeah, well, I was excited about the coin until I realized that if you're American, you can't get it. And it's like, sure, you could use a VPN, but I don't know, like, what does that make the coin though? Like, if that's the case, does the coin have any potential to pump? Like, what's the coin going to be used for?
Jason bought a Space Otter for $650.
Ooh. Hey, man, we've all done stuff like that. If I could go through my Daedalus wallet right now, you would see so many bad decisions. So don't even feel bad about it. I bought a Reginald for 300 and something ADA. All right, let's go look at Reginalds, and you can see how stupid I was. Yep, I bought one of these dudes, one of the rare ones, like rank 100 or something. Bought it for like 330 ADA.
Oh, wow.
And then like a day later, it was worth 0. Like the quickest 330 ADA I ever lost. And that was back when it was like 120 for ADA.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. But then there's those stories where it's like I minted Mutant Crocs, right? And they went down, and then I bought one more, and they went down, and then I just held, and they went crazy. So I don't know. I don't think Reginalds are ever going to go crazy, but
I don't think so either. Well, how are mutants doing? Like the actual mutants?
I think they're down. They did pump the other like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So yeah, they're just kind of average. These were how much the like regular collection was at one point, and now that's what them like 2 of them combined are. So they're down about half. If you go check out the other mutants, the ones that aren't combined,
But that thing
check
is
those
worth
out.
2 crocs, right? The thing was worth 2 crocs.
Right, and like you look here, nobody's really willing to sell it for less than 300, and so the other mutants are at 500. So you're not even going to be able to buy these to, make the other ones to then try to flip or anything like that. It's just not going to work like that.
Right.
NFC seekers for me, yeah. Honestly, man, I defended Miguel so much, and he's been nothing but kind to me. But when he left and the ocean bot stopped working and he stopped hitting me up, that really freaking triggered me. I'm not gonna lie, Miguel, if you're out there, homie, just fix my bot, homie. I love you, bro. Come back. Stop leaving people. You
So
have
he's
value
gone.
to give. You have value to give, homie. It's all good. Just come back. I don't know. I know that he had like mental health issues and it was like really getting to him. And some people started like threatening his sister and it like really was fucked up. It was. But man, there's just better ways to go about it. Like, I don't know, man. I supported you for so long and you couldn't even tell me like, hey, I'm going to leave. Like your bot's going to stop working. Like nothing. I didn't get no heads up, no nothing. So right now I've been doing all the giveaways on Block site. So shout out to Block. It's just frustrating.
Get that jelly cube.
Yeah, I got that jelly cube. You don't even need a jelly cube to use his raffle system. Block's site is legit. And it's actually, I think it's created by BraveDogs.
So Miguel left like the ecosystem.
Oh yeah, like 2 or 3 months ago, I want to say. It's been a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just because of what happened with NFT Seeker, or what was it?
I mean, yes, but I say this all the time when I talk to me and Voodoo, because Voodoo was also a part of NFT Seeker, and Miguel is a great dev, but I don't think that he was meant to be in a leadership position, at least not yet, or maybe not for this project. But because he could develop stuff and he could develop it pretty quick, but he just had these ideas that I was like, no, like that's going to devalue the project. And he was like, but I think it's a good idea. And he would just go with it. So like he wasn't fully listening to the people who were trying to help support him. And he just wasn't making the right decisions, in my opinion. Yeah, but this is Block site. So, you can go, and this is what I've been doing. I'll go and I'll add a giveaway, right? And then I can just like name it. Let's say I want to do, because I did this earlier, Alpha Surfers, right?
Only big dicks.
So I can like create.
I'm not entered. Like, I'm just kidding.
You could put like like an image. This is my banner for today.
Hell yeah.
That there. You could put like whatever. You can put when it ends, what time it ends. You go over to next and our prizes. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it till all right. There we go. Now I go to next, and then you can do the prizes. I haven't figured out how to do the whitelist prizes because I don't own the project to give the whitelist for. So when people win, they put in their wallet address if it's not already in, and then it takes me back to like that project that or that tab that you saw earlier. Maybe I just got to go back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it brings me back to here, and it's like address sent, right? So this person's just waiting for me to like send it to him, but there's nothing for me to send to him. So I just have to go into my Discord and be like, hey, you're the winner. Please go open up a ticket in their Discord. And then I have to like just mark it as sent, which is fine. But I don't know. It's just like a little confusing sometimes when I create these giveaways.
Gotcha.
Let me just make sure this isn't actually live.
delete the giveaway, please.
Yeah, but yeah, shout outs to Block, man. His site's pretty cool, and BraveDogs too. There is
what's going on BraveDogs?
I don't think it's ended yet. Let me see.
Brave List Volume 2.
Brave List Volume 2. So this is for the upcoming mint on the 28th, and they're hosting one right now for my holders. So if you are an Atlanick Ocean holder, you can go over to here and you can enter the giveaway. And they're giving away, I believe is it 5? Where does it show it? Does it show how many on here? Maybe if I click here. Yeah, 5 of them available. So huge shout outs, BraveDogs.
How many have already done it?
Entrance. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, this is top 10. Can I see how many?
Oh boy.
I don't know if I can see how many people entered. What about this? No. I don't know how you can see.
We all need whitelists for BraveDogs. But
Yeah,
J
for
Hub,
real.
even more so, I think BraveDogs is going to do great. I would buy as many as you can and then sell on
Agreed.
secondary, right? And then keep one or two, like whatever you want to do. House of Titans, I feel like I'm just going to straight up buy that shit. Like with BraveDogs, I want to use like whatever tools they have, right?
Yeah.
House of Titans, it's strictly like a degen play. You know?
Yeah, it has that degen hype to it. And like I said, I don't know what it is, but when I don't know what the hell's going on, that's when it does the best.
Go
Right?
down further, like go to House of Titans on Twitter or whatever, and go down further. Maybe. Do you even follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. I was going to say, well, you can look at their media or whatever
Where?
over there, media.
Oh, gotcha.
So keep going. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Choose your house. So there's the samurai right
What,
there.
right here?
Yeah.
There's like a monkey samurai.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. The art is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you can kind of say like they wouldn't develop good art if they're not gonna, or if they're gonna rug, but I mean, we all know that's false.
Right. So I'm gonna get houseless. I don't give a shit what I have to do for Apex. And Apex, I'm gonna clip this and send this to you. I swear to God, if I don't get that notification from the house list, I'm gonna lose my mind. All right.
Hey, good luck, buddy. Yeah, I know
I'm
you've tried it
telling you.
before. He never doxed himself. Are you're still talking about Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel.
Yeah.
He had 300K ADA.
I saw he cashed the last week for cracking the 300K. Yeah. I don't know, man.
What a shitty time to cash out.
Yeah. Honestly, I still don't think, like, maybe I'm naive. I still don't think it was like a planned rug. I don't believe that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have worked with that project if that's what I thought. And I mean, he developed my bot for me for free, and he helped develop it every single time it needed help. Every single time, no matter what time it was, he fixed that shit like that. So I don't know. It's just such a question mark in my head why he did that. And out of all the people, like, I was so kind to him and we were so cool. Like, I don't know why he just wouldn't even say like, "Hey, I'm done." Like, sorry. Like, I don't know. I just, frustrates me, man.
Even
Just
to you,
frustrates me.
yeah.
Just, I don't know. It's just a shit situation. But it is what it is. We'll move on. I'm not going to keep bringing it up. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, House of Titans, it's probably going to do good because I knew absolutely nothing about it and everybody else did. So that's definitely going to be the one that goes crazy. BraveDogs, definitely going to do well. Is a higher mint than Crashr. So as far as like X's go, maybe you could make more money as far as like a 2 or 3 or 4X on Crashr. But I still think BraveDogs is the way to go.
Yeah.
Both of them are the way to go. But BraveDogs is going to be the one that maybe you want to hold a little longer. You know, the one that I would feel personally more comfortable holding. Just because Crashr is brand new and does have a lot of things to fix. Like, their raffles are cool, but there's not many of them, and some of them are not really getting a whole lot of entries right away. So we'll see.
Oh shit!
We'll
It's
see.
got that.
An Aeonium.
Aeonium?
Yeah. Hell yeah. This one's got 5 total tickets so far. 3 ADA. It's not bad. Those have gone down in price too. I've been thinking about this, right? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be a part of so many of these projects, but there's so many times I could have sold for profit and rebought. Like, these block 2s were at like 180 to 200 at one point. They're at 63. I could have sold them all and then just rebought right here.
I'm buying them off secondary.
You're not doing any sales though, like when they're higher?
No, like
I mean, at this point,
I like
if they go
holding
higher,
them, you know.
yeah.
If it gets like to thousands, that's fine. But yeah,
What do I think of corn?
Metaverse shit. I told you metaverse shit. I fucking hated from the beginning. I mean, that's just. That's just yeah. J Hub still has all his Aeonium Sky. You still have
Yeah.
a block 1, J Hub.
Dude, you have a block 1?
I
I
think
think
you
I'm
still have
always
block
shocked every
1,
time he
block
says
2,
that.
block 3, block 4.
I'll talk about corn a little bit because I was actually talking to my brother about cornucopias, and the reason why I do fuck with cornucopias is because they always have their YouTube video once a week, right? They always have their live stream where they talk to the community, they show what they built, they show what they're updating, and they've been doing that for about 2 years now. You know, every single week, you got to give them respect for that. How many projects can say that? How many projects do that? How many projects put that time in? So like, yes, I think they meant too many assets. Yes, I think metaverse is a buzzword and the investments probably aren't going to do good short term. And yes, they mint way too many vehicles. That's my biggest gripe. Why the hell do we have yet another vehicle minting? That shit triggered the fuck out of me. But cornucopias long term, I still like them.
Dude, J Hub has all 1 through 22 Aeonium Skies. Are you gonna try to?
One, you have wait, did you just buy them like on secondary or were you able to
Well,
mint all of them?
no, he minted the first like blocks, dude, and then him and I would like I would buy some off him. He's like, I accidentally bought 9 of these. I didn't mean to buy 9. Had he known, he would have kept the 9 and he would have made like a huge bag. But yeah, block 1s are probably going crazy. They're probably at least like 2,000, I bet, right now. But yeah, cornucopias, I don't know, dude. I never really got into it, but
It's cool that they have stats on these now too. It would be, I don't know if they've talked about stats on the other vehicles. Maybe if we go look at the other vehicles, we can
so J
see.
Hub, while we're doing this, so there's only 24 that are going to be released. And so there's puzzles, right? There's a big, huge puzzle at the end. Once you get all of the pieces, are you going to compete in that, or how is that looking? Has something changed? I didn't notice any changes in the Discord, but I thought once they came out with the 24, there would be this huge huge puzzle to where you would unlock so much ADA and rare stuff
After 24,
after block 24. Yeah,
like if you combine them all, right?
all of them. Yeah,
Didn't it get pushed to like if you combined the first block and then the second block, so it's like 12 now, it's not all 24?
I don't know. Like that's why I'm asking J Hub. Like,
Get a huge mural at the end.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's smart.
It'll look really cool. I do wonder once the murals come out though, what will happen? Like, will it be the buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing? You know, like once it comes out, will they just all crash in value? Because the people who used all the blocks, like block 1 and 2, because there's less block 1 and 2s than there are blocks 5 and 20. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So,
like there can only be so many made.
which is so crazy. Yeah, it's like they were smart when they first did this. So they went for the rare, like, hey, there's only 100 of these blocks or whatever. Like, and they upped it to 250, and then now it's like 500, right? And so they're still getting the adoption, but yeah, in the end, if you have a if you dude, if you have a block 1, like fuck it. If you have 2 block 1s, right? Like just wait and sit on it and then like sell a block 1.
I gotta see an Aeonium Sky. When is the next mint? I love to watch their mints
I
because
think they
it's like
just had
guaranteed
one.
ADA.
Wait, we have an Astrolamp 23? What's Astrolamp 23?
Where? Oh,
Oh,
let me
what is this?
hold up. I'm getting it bigger. Let me zoom in. Okay, so this is last year. So we're at
We're even
oh, are we down? Okay, 2023. So we've already minted block 20, correct?
Yeah.
That
We're
was
at
in May.
22.
So we're at 20, right? Okay. So we're right. So we're in this period. So between August and September, blocks 22, 23, and 24 are all going to be in the same month.
I guess.
Interesting. And then this says season 2, block 25, coming after season 1 airdrop. So what is season 1 airdrop? Is that given to people who hold like the season 1 NFTs?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I owned one of those. And then collabs and community. New York City, Jesus 2 collab. That's pretty cool.
Jesus 2 is badass. I like Jesus 2.
Rare Evo event. Maybe that's like just an event that they're going to, not an actual coin or something. Oh yeah, these are events. Okay. And then there's no limit to how many blocks there can be. With each block connecting onto the next, it opens up infinite possibilities.
So wait, Jason, who's got the sus community?
He booted me from Discord and blocked me on Twitter for calling out his
Aeonium Sky is sus?
I think he may still be talking about
No. He's saying Aeonium.
Wait, hold up. Because it's designed for his family and friends to make bank, they mint and flip every time. It's cool art, sus community. Oh, I guess he is. Bob Lob Law. Huzzah. What's up, homie? I think this is my first time seeing you in here, bro. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping by.
I like Aeonium Sky. He could shit in a cup, and I would like buy
Aeonium and sus. So many people have been calling out these projects that I'm absolutely in love with. They've been calling them sus and scammers. This is the first time I've heard it from Aeonium Sky. But yeah. I had it happen the first time, like just last week. Somebody was talking shit about mutants. And they were like, yeah, all their raffle systems, they buy up their raffles and then they just screw you every time. And I was like, I've never thought that about them. Like, maybe, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody just thinks everybody's a scammer because they've been screwed over so many times. Follow some of the wallets. Most of them have never held anything other than Aeonium Sky. The art is great. Tells me he called me a bot. I ain't a bot. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, could that be because now hear me out. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I knew that in season 2 there was like a glitch with the minting or something like that to where you couldn't have another season 2 block in there. It had to be like a fresh address with no other season 2 block.
I do remember that.
I'm a real boy. But I do remember that. So maybe that could be where it's from. I'm just trying to think of all the possibilities. I don't want to believe that Aeonium Sky, out of all people, is like sus. Just because like he does cool shit for the community all the time. Like he gives away the marbles, right, to Cardania and stuff like that.
He's done a lot of art for people too.
Done a lot of art for people. Like every time I've like actually had DMs with him, it's just been really, really cool. Like seems pretty genuine, but he definitely does like privacy for sure.
Yeah, I know that they haven't really talked about, who they are. There's been no doxing, no plans of doxing. I think they showed their face at CNFT Con, but like only a few people knew.
Yeah.
Block 21. Everyone, if you are getting a blocked message or are unable to mint, you may not have been selected in the lottery for the first window. The next window. Okay, so maybe this has something to do with what you're saying. I do know, actually, that did happen. Do you remember that? A lot of people got kicked out of his Discord during that. And he like apologized for it and everything. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's a part of it. Just watch the flippers during next mint. Watch the sales. Look at the whales. I mean, everybody who's bought and dumped already, like that's clearly their strategy, and they're going to continue to do that. I don't know if that proves that they're a family member.
Bro, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it every time. If it's a 68 out, I'm buying at least one.
He didn't apologize. He blocked and booted us. I could have sworn he apologized. I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, even if he's a great person, there's always going to be, somebody who gets the shit out of the stick when there's so many people trying to get into the project. And I mean, you're You could be 100% right. You could be wrong, and it's just like your emotions. I mean, I can't say either way.
The bear got us all down. You know what I'm saying?
For real. I do want to see, when is the next one minting though?
Even Aeonium's guy, it's got us all down.
Is it in announcements? Because I don't feel like he didn't used to do it in announcements. It used to be under like block drop or something.
Yeah, block drop 22. So his next
Work
one.
in progress? No.
Oh, I don't know.
Block images? Are these like what's all together so far?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
That's what the whole thing looks like. Grand treasure hunt.
So I guess we're just supposed to look at this and know that it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, coming soon. Okay. Sure enough. I just know that every time I almost miss it or I do miss it, like I'll look in the Discord and it'll be like, hey, it's minting next week. And I'm like, holy crap, like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I'll just like quickly try to make a video to let everybody know because it feels like it comes out of nowhere. Nobody is ever in my Discord either. Like in my Discord, a lot of people will be like, hey, you know, like with Titans, like, hey, have you seen Titans? Or hey, have you seen Laundromat? Or have you seen, but people do not hit me up and are like, hey, Alien Sky's coming up. And maybe, hey, maybe Jason, that's to your credit. They're trying to keep it, you know, a secret. I don't know.
That is true.
I don't know.
That is true.
Start a Twitter fight or some shit.
Let's go.
Morphin, he called me a bot after I spent $1,000 to buy him blocks.
Yeah.
I feel you too. Like if you are a super big supporter or like somebody, right? It's like meeting your idol and then having them to shit on you. That's gotta bite. The community is non-existent. I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because nobody's gonna sit inside of a Discord and talk all day. Right? Like even my Discord, which is known to just be like a casual Discord to talk about what our flips are, like our day. We talk about working out. We have challenges. Like everybody's in there at some point throughout the day, but it's not like bumping 24/7 because there's always a Discord to be in. Like you go into Laundromat, right? Brand new project. You probably go to their general. It's probably bumping, right? Yeah. Look, like not super bumping, not just like, but it's that this is the new place to be. And then when another project comes out, it's going to keep moving. You can't spend all day in a Discord, and there's no reason to with Aeonium Sky when you can mint without having to do that. So I don't know if it's safe to say there's no community there because people aren't really like in the Discord. So I don't know. And I know that's not what you're saying. I took that and ran with it. That's what I took it as. But yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's, you know,
dude, we got to play Worlds Within again.
Worlds Within was pretty fun. I can't wait till it's a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it was a little janky. I couldn't tell sometimes when my shots were hitting and when they weren't. But other than that, I mean,
do you still have normies?
I have one normie.
Dude, do you pay attention? Look at those notifications and
I went and
they are constantly freaking busy.
Yeah. I went and I checked out their updates the other day. Like I said, I was going through a bunch of Discords and they had some cool things that they were talking about. So I was like, all right, well, and then I went and I checked out their price. Their price is 50 Matic right now.
It's staying pretty consistent, which is good. It went from like 19 to 20. When Block was on there, he was like, I'm going to buy more. And if he did, like he made a 2x at least at this point.
Yeah.
But Block has if he's in like alpha on Polygon or whatever, dude, if he didn't sell, holy shit. Like I would definitely sell because he could make so much money.
I think it would make sense to sell some at the very least. I think some people could definitely call you like a scammer or a pump and dumper or whatever. But if you buy some and you sell like a little less than you bought, that should be completely fair. Like the whole point is to make money.
How's your ape doing?
My Ape Society, I'm down 1,800 already.
Are you staking?
Yes.
Okay.
I've earned 500 society so far. I checked it yesterday, and that is worth 40 ADA. So I am down. Well, it was 68888 when I bought, and now it's 5,000 floor. So I'm still down 1,840 ADA.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of sucks. What do you guys think of bank? I see her in the Discord. I sold all my bank about a week ago. I liquidated almost every single coin, other than Clay, Mutant because I don't have enough, Yumi because I think it's going to make a comeback, and yeah, I sold all my Venom. I sold all my bank. I kept Sneck because I only put in 150, and it's like it's Sneck. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think if anything's going to recover and have another parabolic run, it could be Sneck. So other than that, yeah, I sold all my DeFi, even the ones I was down on. I was like, ADA's going to be worth, in my opinion, is what I believe, long term, $3, $5, whatever, we don't know. So, you know, instead of just letting my ADA go to zero on these coins and accepting a loss, like I'd rather get 30 or 100 back or 200 back, whatever it is. I'd rather get it because when it does go back up to that, it's like, you know, a couple $1,000s at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
plus it's ADA to flip with.
I personally like bank. I like Sneck, and then probably right there at like 1A, 1B, I would probably say is bank. I don't know why. I like bank like a lot.
I like bank. I just don't believe it's going to make me money right now. That's all it is.
But it's like at the low of the low, you know what I mean? Right now.
I sold bank, I think, right here on a pop. It was like here or like here. It was on like a small pop. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to get out. And I think bank's going to go below pre-sale price. I really do.
So?
Yes, I do. Just because there's nothing, right? Like, when is bank going to come out with something that's going to make people want to jump back in and create a hype cycle?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Every time I try to predict something, it's freaking wrong.
I could be wrong. And I do think there's going to be these random pops on the way down, boom. On the way down, boom. And on the way down, it's just going to keep going lower. And then eventually maybe something comes out and they're like, hey, we are going to do this, and here's our this, and this is what we created, and you can use bank for collateral for this or whatever. And then sure, maybe it'll go crazy. But yeah. No, look, it's not that I don't believe in bank. It's just that I don't believe it's going to make me money right now. And this is a big difference too. Like their pre-sale price to what it is now is a big difference. So if I'm going to buy and try to support bank, it's going to be after it's like super stupid cheap.
Do you think NFTs are going to make money?
I do. Hold on. Meek says, first up, what's up, Meek? How you doing, bro? Demand.
No, it's meme and ADA.
Oh, okay.
Meme
and DeFi, not in the same basket, though. Yes, true. That's true. That is true. There's going to be some DeFi that does well, but Anks, that was another one I got into, right? This one right here. I bought it like right around here, right? It went up, and I like could have made 200 ADA or something small because I put in 500, and then like it came all the way down. I was down pretty big, came back up. I was up like 50, you know, and then it came back down. I was down like 100. So I was just like, all right, screw this. Like DeFi is just not working for me. I'm just selling out. I think DeFi had its run. I think there was a DeFi summer after meme coins, and I think it's over now. I could be wrong, but I think it's over. I think there's going to be another DeFi cycle, but I think for the next few months, it's done. There might be a coin here or there that comes out. OPT yesterday did pretty well. You know, there was definitely a time to get out. There was definitely a huge pump. Congrats to everybody who made money on there. So there's things around that are going to make money. You know, like DeFi can be dead. NFTs can be dead, and there can still be huge plays to make.
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel about it. I feel like overall, DeFi is going to be down. Overall. You can pick a few and you'll probably be right. But yeah, overall, you're going to lose. Short term. Making me sad. Hey, sorry, homie.
So with NFTs, you have to be kind of judicious with what you meant, you know. Like for me, it's like BraveDogs, House of Titans, you know.
If I could pick one DeFi project, you know, it's hard because I immediately go to LenFi. That's immediately where my mind goes. But I'm just not sure. You know, it's had its parabolic run. But like you look, and it's just like, you really think it's going to keep running? Like, it could, but it's up so high. So I don't know. If I had to guess, if I had to put my money on something, it's always going to be on the ones that are already doing good, because they're doing good for a reason, you know, for the most part, other than like meme coins. Like LenFi was AADA, and now they rebranded LenFi. They're doing stuff with Ape Society, best NFT project. Like, you're just not going to lose, you know, long term. That's my opinion. But I still, again, I don't like buying into pumps. So it could pump another 5 million ADA, like we were saying earlier, but I just don't see it happening. I don't know. It could. I'm just not investing into DeFi right now. I only like to invest when things are way down. I think there was a time to buy, and there's no longer that time. Taking the kids to the water park. Hey, great seeing you too, man. Water park sounds amazing. Me and Clean talking about sweating our balls off.
Yeah. It was good seeing you, Troji.
I mean, if any of you guys had to pick a DeFi coin, which would you pick? I think that's maybe a better question. Let's get like a pooled answer here.
Yeah, it was like Levy, right? Levy?
LenFi, you're saying?
Yeah.
Or is there also Levi or Levy?
Levy?
Levi?
Y?
Y.
I think it's Y, right? I don't know.
Lev? I thought what you were talking about was LenFi.
Yeah.
That's what we were looking at, right?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I don't know. I like WMT. That's true, too. They do have some cool stuff.
World Mobile Token?
If it's not time to buy, then it's time to sell? Yes. Absolutely. Like, dude, if you were some of the people who bought down here and you're up at 12x right now and you haven't sold some, I don't know. You're just a better trader than me, or a worse trader. I don't know. We'll see long term, right? We'll find out. I think not. Look, there's things that pump and things that dump during bear markets and during bull markets. The things right now that are somehow pumping during a bear market is DeFi on Cardano. When we go into a bull market, people can say that these things are going to go parabolic, but they also could sell off to then throw this money back into just the overlying asset, Cardano. And Cardano could pop off while DeFi goes down, because people are selling off that to make the money elsewhere. Because I just don't think it's, when people are going into Cardano for the first time, they're not just going to immediately think like, where else can I go within Cardano? They're just going to go into Cardano. And then if they believe and Cardano starts going parabolic, then they'll kind of be like, oh, well, let me check out the NFTs. Let me check out the DeFi. Let me check out the teams that are building. I don't think it's going to happen at the same time. I just don't think it works that way. I could be wrong. These are just my thoughts. I don't know where Clean went. So, I mean, Meek, if you're up here, right, you made a 12x, like, where are you planning on selling, right? If you're that guy, or if even you bought here, you're up like a double. Like, what do you think? You keep buying here? I mean, how many people after it goes up 12x say you should continue to buy? That was when none of this was created. What do you mean? Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. I wasn't basing what I said off of previous knowledge or what happened last run. I'm just saying, like, right now. Those are just my thoughts right now. I appreciate all the valuable information. You're really making me think from different perspectives. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't get everything right. That's for damn sure. I missed Ape Society big. You know, I missed a lot of these coins big. I missed SNEC. I missed all of SNEC for the most part. I made a few like 50% gains on some in and outs, you know, but I played bank right. I played a few NFTs right. I think NFTs have money. You asked me if NFTs are profitable. I think absolutely. But I think you need to play the short game with NFTs. You need to mint, you need to flip, and then if you enjoy that project, you buy the dip. And I think that's just always how it is if you buy a good project. If you buy a bad project, then you mint and get wrecked, period. End of discussion. You lost, good game. There is no bouncing back from a bad project.
No. Especially if you put all your eggs in that basket. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like set it to where it's like, okay, I'm willing to spend 1,500 ADA on this one project, right? And hopefully I can mint as many as I can possibly mint, you know, and then play secondary. I would not play secondary the first day. I did that with Mulga Kongs and I got wrecked, bro. Because I was buying rare Mulgas for like 300, thinking I'm going to be able to sell this for 450, 500 next day. And that day did not come.
It's mostly an art project, you know? So that's what happens with art projects. You can look at pretty much every single art project, whether it's AI or not. You can look at Safari Squad, right? You can look at even Aeonium Sky, and you can look at even some of the OGs that were here. You can look at Kongs, and you can argue it was team, but it's happened on every single one.
So go to JPEG real quick and type in Sully, Sully. Animanga, right? Animanga. These things were badass. Like they were cool as shit. Like I like the way most of them looked. But obviously like it's AI art, right? And so they tried to like deny it, I guess you would say, at the start, but then they said, oh, our artist did use some sort of AI during the production of these or like whatever. Had they been forthcoming at the start, I mean, it would probably have a better floor. But when these things first came out, I could have bought 50 of these at like 30 ADA. And they rose up almost to like 200 ADA at one point. And then I should have just dumped.
We're here to make money.
It's
art.
Did you see these when this whole thing was going, when they were popping off?
Honestly, I've never seen these in my life.
Really? Like go down. Like most of them look super cool.
If I saw these, I may have tried to mint and flip. I've never seen these before. When did these come out?
When was it? It was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Jason says Ormob community exposed Sully as liars, hand drawn, quote unquote. Well, I think that's what he was talking about, right? Mm-hmm. When he used some of the assets as AI.
Yeah.
They look really cool, man.
They look cool as shit, don't they? But the thing is, like, they're not going to recover. You know what I mean?
And everything is perspective too. Like if you somehow believed or never found out that these weren't AI, you'd probably think this is the best art in the world and you'd be very happy holding and you'd be telling your friends and they'd be going to the moon, right? But the fact that it was, you know, a lie or deception, whether it truly was or not, it could have been a mistake. Just simply like Space Buds was a quote unquote mistake by the team, not the artist. The artist knew what they were doing. You know, it crashed the price from 7,200 down to like 3K.
But I pointed this out. If you look at 182, that's a girl. Oh, it's right there. It's right in the middle of the screen. Right there. To your right. Just one. There it is. She ain't got no titties, bro.
Hey, man, not every girl is
come on like now
busting. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't got no nips.
Hey, man, she got a shirt on. Hey, man, she's like
collarbones, man.
Like Legend of Zelda style. You know what I'm saying? She's a warrior, princess warrior. Like
that's when I knew it was weird. Was when that girl didn't have any titties.
Yeah, they should have a little round, but I don't know. Hey, maybe this is the dude.
But I don't know. I was really into it, and I should have. What I should have done was buy as many as I could at 30, right? When it was down bad, and then the very next day or two, it went all the way up to like 190 something, and I should have just dumped.
I mean, yeah, but everybody can say that in hindsight. Like, what if it just like with Ape Society, it went up to 200, and I was like, oh, I should sell here, and then it goes to freaking like 15,000, and it's just like, well, I should have sold at 15,000. It's like, well, you can only say that in hindsight because that was the peak.
Right. But I think Ape Society will return back to the 10K.
I think so too. You know, I wouldn't have spent 6,800, which is the largest NFT price I've ever done. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't believe so. You know, and
Your ape looks cool though. I will say
yeah,
that.
I could be wrong with it. You know, but like if I'm wrong, then we're in more trouble than just Ape Society.
Right.
You know, so yeah, this is my ape right here.
Look at that.
I like him. I
Hell
like him.
yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
think he's pretty cool. Got a
Hell
little
yeah.
knife. I do like the shading of the knife too, like the little sheen on it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I like what they did.
They did a good job. The only problem I've ever had is like a lot of them look similar, right?
I
Like
mean,
just dupes with different backgrounds, you know.
yeah,
But other than that, like what they have going on is good as far
yeah.
as utility.
And
You
like
know?
what I really like to see with projects too is that they're not just doing, you know, they're not just continuing to build, which is obviously what you want, but they're also hiring more people. So they're spending money and you have to spend money to make money. And they're not just like keeping the money for themselves and then making something else and then keeping the money for themselves and making something else. Like
Right.
they're taking that money and they're distributing out to people who are builders and making it even better.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like them. They're also always in spaces and they have a very loud voice, you know, and sometimes you could view it as obnoxious, but I'd much rather have an obnoxious leader than somebody who's too quiet.
Speaking of quiet people, what happened to Chronic, bro?
Chronic still does Twitter spaces, I believe.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
I
He
haven't seen
tweeted
him in a
out
long
his
time either.
anniversary with his wife, but I mean, I'm worried about the dude because I ain't seen him in forever.
Well, didn't
Because
he
I
get
was in his Discord, NFA or whatever, and I guess they don't have NFA anymore.
Yeah, I heard that the other day too. There's no NFA.
I don't know what happened.
A lot of people, or at least what I got, because I was in Escobar's Twitter space yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago, but they were talking about how there's no more NFA and how people were mad that people were pumping their own bags in there and not letting people have their own voice or something like that. And they were saying though why Tall doesn't really get any of that flack. And it was because Tall has always been who he is. He's always been like, this is what I fucking believe in. You know, like how he talks. He's like, this is what I believe in. If you don't believe in this, you're just dumb. You know,
Yeah.
like, but you know, and he tells you too, like, I'm buying this and I'm dumping on you. Like he tells you what he's going to do.
He'll say it. I'm gonna dump on you the first chance that I get.
Yeah.
He's just so funny, dude. I met him at CNFT Con, and it was hilarious, dude. It was like he's just like that in real life. He's like, it's rugging, my friend. It's like,
Dude, I love Tall. It's been a while since I've like actually been in a space and talked with him, but man, such a great dude.
yeah, I know you don't stay on Twitter, dude.
I know. That's why I remembered yesterday. I was like, all right, you know what? I did my workout. I mowed my lawn. You know, I made dinner. I did everything I was supposed to do. I cleaned up the house a little bit. I was like, let me go check out Twitter. You know, like let me go to Twitter. Let me actively go. Let's look at things. But I just don't like the layout of Twitter either. It used to be easy for me to go to like the top page or whatever and like see who was having a space on my phone, not necessarily from here because I can't speak from here, but on my phone's view. It used to be like you're following this person and they're having a space, and then to be like you're following somebody and they have a space. And I used to be able to just go down the list and see.
Right.
And now it's like so weird. And I'm just like, dude, I don't even know who's having a space right now. I have to like hover over them and like click on them and then wait for the like little thing to scroll. I was like, oh my, I hate it. I hate the UI for Twitter right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actively reminding myself to go check out Twitter and to go into spaces and to go hang out with people and stuff.
Yeah, because you'll have a bigger reach on Twitter, I think, than you will in Discord eventually. Like not at the start, right?
I mean, honestly, I don't care for it to be like a bigger reach. Like I don't like, yeah, that's always nice. I'm an influencer, quote unquote. That's like what you're supposed to do. Like keep growing the brand. That's cool. But, like I don't want to be in Twitter just for that. Like I'm in Twitter to hang out with people and to hear what's going on. Like sometimes I don't really care to even have a voice in that opinion. I'm just listening to what y'all are talking about.
Right. And so that's the thing. Like there's so many people that are uncomfortable going to Discord because it's another app for them or like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want that personal a connection sort of deal, whereas Twitter is just like honestly like just a quick hit.
Yeah.
And so they're like, no, I don't mess with Discord, but I mean, follow you on Twitter or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's just kind of like it's different.
Yeah. And like also me and my brother are growing our business a little bit. So like we have 2 lawns right now that we have to mow every week. So we're starting up a landscaping business.
Okay.
And we've created some like cards, and we've been trying to do a little bit of advertising there. We've been looking into LLCs for it. We've been doing that. And then I also have like my other job on the weekend. So I don't know. I'll be able to join in the Twitter space and listen while I'm at work and stuff sometimes, but I can't really speak. But I like sometimes when I'll join, there'll be something somebody says and it'll pique my interest, and I'll be like, like I have a lot to say about this. But then you'll go in there and you'll like start to talk, and people will just talk over you, and then like the decision or the conversation will just go like in another whole direction, and then it just like pops off in like these random places. I'm just like, this is so chaotic right now. Like I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, you really got to pick like where you spend your time.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been looking at like these projects, and like I've always been into like the NFT space, and so DeFi was just like a very really quick hit for me. But I don't know. Like I'm hoping NFTs take off. I mean, do you think there's longevity there, or do you think like is it just about securing as much ADA as we can and then DCAing into it?
Longevity where? In Twitter Spaces?
Like Twitter Spaces and like NFTs and stuff like that, because it really NFTs became relevant with Twitter, and PFPs.
I really appreciate that, Jason. Thank you so much, man. I hope you have a great day at work. I appreciate what you shared with us too. I'm not trying to dismiss anything that you said, and I know you don't take it that way, but I'm just not gonna obviously take a stance on something I don't know about. But I appreciate you sharing your experience with us as well, man. Hope you have a good day. But yeah, no, I think 100% there's longevity in Twitter and Twitter Spaces. People's opinions and voice and coming together as a community is never going to go away. Twitter crypto or crypto Twitter, whatever, is going to get bigger. They're coming out with Bitcoin ETFs like left and right. Those, they haven't been approved 100% by the SEC, but we already have 6 approved Bitcoin ETFs.
Yeah.
And what that means, if you didn't know, because I assumed incorrectly, I looked it up yesterday. Bitcoin ETFs right now, the 6 that are approved, they cannot actually buy Bitcoin. They can only buy Bitcoin futures. But the other ones that you can buy or that are trying to be approved on Wednesday, I believe, it's not going to happen right away. It's minimum 45 days. Longest it can be extended to is 280 days, I want to say, before it's thrown out. But those things that are trying to be approved, they can buy Bitcoin, and they can also buy into companies, shares, stocks of companies that own Bitcoin. So I started thinking to myself, who owns Bitcoin? Tesla. Tesla owns $185 million worth of Bitcoin. They used to own 1.5 billion before Tesla took it out of their code and stopped letting people buy cars with Bitcoin. Also, all the crypto miners, so Mara, Riot, they're going to be able to be bought by these crypto ETFs. And people that are working and don't want to do their own research and buy into stuff other than Bitcoin or Ethereum aren't really going to know what to do. And they're just going to trust ETF managers. And those ETF managers are going to take your money and they're going to put it into Riot and Mara and Tesla, maybe Tesla. I mean, it owns Bitcoin, so I don't see why not. But I think a lot of things over the next few years have potential to go absolutely parabolic. And Bitcoin is where I would be putting my money right now. Because even if you're wrong within the next 6 months to a year, the halving is going to happen. It may not blow it up, but it has in the past. But with the ETFs that are coming out, that's really what could start shaping Bitcoin and cryptos to become a somewhat legitimate asset at this point. Because we already believe it's legitimate. It's the rest of the world that we're trying to convince.
Well, so what's Bitcoin at right now? Like 30?
I think it was 29 something.
Yeah, so it'll do like a 3x. Everybody is waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So everybody's waiting for. So everybody's calling for. To like Bitcoin 100K.
Yeah, 29, 25.
So it'll do like a 3x.
I can see it. And I think it's one of the quote unquote safer ones only because I can see the future. Like I can envision the future with these ETFs. And even if these ETFs are not approved, they're eventually going to be approved, right? Whether it's next year, the year after, people aren't going to stop trying to come out with ETFs. It's just not going to happen.
So my financial advisor just recently spoke about this because she knows I'm in crypto and shit like that. So I was like, she was like, oh, I'll look into Bitcoin like ETFs or whatever that she can do for us. But like, I don't know. Bitcoin is the safest bet, right? It's the safest bet. You're not going to get like crazy action like Cardano right now, 10x. You know what I'm saying? Like we're buying Cardano at like what? 30 some odd cents, something like that, right? It's going to go up to $3, let's say. Then
oh, I did market cap.
What the hell?
30 cents.
30 cents, right? So if it goes up $3, which is plausible for the next bull run, that's a 10x.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it's different. Like, dude, Bitcoin is like a brand new, like kind of like solid savings account, essentially, as far as crypto market goes, right? It's not going to get you crazy, crazy gains like that happened in like 2011, you know?
Sure, maybe not like 1,000 X's anymore or something like that.
Right.
But if you compare it to stocks, it's still incredible.
Yeah, that if you get a 3x in stock, please, for the love of God, get into it. Yeah, I just I don't know. Like I'm still just into Cardano. Like again, just DCAing in, you know, every week.
I mean, so I've been thinking about the cycles, right? And it just makes sense. Like Bitcoin is going to do the thing again. I think because it's so priced in mentally, I think when the halving comes, I don't think it's going to have the same parabolic increase that it did the last time. I think because everybody's anticipating it, it'll just be lesser. People will be ready to dump. People will be ready if they're not already ready to buy. And I think that they're going to sell their profits and then move it into either Ethereum if it didn't pump with it, or they'll be looking for the altcoins and then altcoin season will start. And then we'll see Cardano. And Cardano will rise while Bitcoin's doing that. But it's not going to go parabolic until Cardano or until Bitcoin has kind of done its thing.
Yeah, right.
You know? And
Right.
sometimes Cardano does this random thing where, you know, everybody makes fun of it. It's like, oh, Cardano's a stable coin, right? And then out of nowhere, Cardano just goes like 300x for
Right.
no, or not 300x, 3x, right? For like no reason. It just goes on its own little like parabolic run, and Bitcoin just chilling, Ethereum's just chilling, and people are still making fun of us, and like it's just doing its thing. And then it kind of like hovers and does nothing, and then Bitcoin goes crazy, and then so like, man, it's so random sometimes.
Last time it was like $1.24 was like the stable coin between $1.20 and $1.24 was like the stable coin. And it stayed that way for like the longest time. It was annoying. So freaking annoying. Like that little run right there, so annoying.
That's like a full year of just flat.
Right. And I'm just like,
and then whoop, and then right back down and flat. And everybody's like, haha, I told you it's a stable coin. And then I believe, what is this? This is July 21st, right? To about August, September, whatever. So we'll go look at that with like Bitcoin.
It was like August. Yeah.
So let's see. Let's go do this, make it easier to see. So August, right? To about September, like doing decent, right? But not the best. So it's just kind of weird. Cardano picks random times sometimes.
And then it picked back up to like 64K, I want to say.
70 almost. 68.
64K. And it was like Stimulus happened, right?
Oh man.
So that's what happened. People were
Stimulus happened right like here-ish
right.
in this range. This is when stimulus happened. And then you can see just
They had multiples, right? And then people use that. So what people were doing was they were sitting there saying, stimulus money, I'm going to roll it all into crypto, like whatever.
I was thinking the same thing, bro.
They were not.
They weren't. I was.
They were selling. That's what they're saying. So they're selling at that point so that you buy in so they can sell.
I mean, I was buying stuff around here. I did not buy Bitcoin here, unfortunately.
Right.
But I took my like 1,500 or 1,200, whatever it was. I bought shares. I bought stocks. And it was so smart too. Everything was down like crazy. I used some of it to, I think, even short the market. I made a lot of money and then lost it all. Like I learned a lot of lessons during that time.
Yeah.
But man, I've been getting better and better at trading stocks too. And I'm just like, maybe I should have like a separate section in my Discord, start calling like stock calls too. But
I guess.
I just know that like people aren't super into it. You know, like that's not my shtick. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the old shtick.
Yeah. I've just been doing well recently. Maybe I'm getting a little bias on myself because I've been doing good recently.
Yeah.
I did really good with Palantir. I've been calling that out forever. I did good with Neo recently. I did good with SoFi. I missed the AMC Barbie pump. You saw that?
No.
Do you remember? So you know how Barbie came out, right?
160 mil.
Yeah. And it was like the largest volume day for AMC in forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just show you real quick. We actually are a little bit over and I have to go to the bathroom horribly. But
yeah, I gotta mow my lawn like a fucking suburban father would.
Yeah. But yesterday,
AMC.
Let's go to like a hour-long chart. Oh man.
Oh wow, yeah. that Barbie pump though.
Yeah, I mean,
it was cool because like down in Alabama, I was considering taking like my daughters to go see that movie. I kind of wanted to see it because Ryan Gosling's in it and he's like one of my favorite actors or whatever ever since Drive. And he just seems like funny in that movie, like a bimbo, like sort of dude.
Yeah.
And I was considering it. We would have to go to an AMC at that point, so I could have helped the stock, but I didn't.
How dare you?
I apologize.
Yeah, my brother was talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, they laid out like a pink carpet." He said for the premiere, so you got to like feel like a star or feel like a Barbie, I guess, if that was like your thing.
Every girl was dressed in freaking pink. It was.
I'm sure it was
so crazy.
Could you imagine being one of the employees there, just like seeing an army of Barbies like running in? But yeah, that was AMC. I missed that one. And I remember, I think it might have even been my dad. He was like, "Hey, AMC just had like its highest earnings off of Barbie. Like, what do you think?" And I was like, I'm just ignoring AMC. I'm not looking at it right now. I look over later that day, it's up like 30 to 40%. I was like, damn it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it here. I know you got to go mow the lawn.
Yeah, I got to mow the lawn.
But I appreciate y'all for watching. It would help me out if y'all would like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. And Clean, it's always good to see you again. Glad you're back from your vacation.
Finally,
appreciate you. But remember to get outside, guys. See your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Till next time, guys. Peace.